Look, we've had good communications with the vice president, with the CDC. Those have been good. But this is ludicrous that we do not have a national effort in this. To say we're a backup, I mean, the Surgeon General alluded to Pearl Harbor. Can you imagine if Franklin Delano Roosevelt said, I'll be right behind you, Connecticut. Good luck building those paddle ships.
Not having a national strategy where there is one policy for the country as opposed to a patchwork based on whomever the governor is something that I think is creating a more porous situation where COVID-19 will go longer and more people will get sick and sadly more lives may get lost. And that's precisely why I think we all have to do our jobs. We are not one another's enemy. The enemy is COVID-19.
Got to go faster than slower, and we started off awfully slow. He indicated that I complimented him on dealing with China. Well, you know, 45 nations had already moved to keep block China's personnel from being able to come to the United States before the president moved.
Well, the president does not understand the word federal. Federal Emergency Management Agency. We have a state emergency management agency, but if he were right, why would we ever need a federal emergency management agency? It's because individual states can't possibly do what the federal government can do. We don't have a Defense Production Act. There's no way that we could stockpile in anticipation of a pandemic that no one anticipated, and yet the federal government is responsible for doing precisely that. And we now know that intelligence sources and all the best advice that was given in January and early February to the president and the White House, and they seem not to have acted at all upon it. If they had started in February building ventilators, getting ready for this pandemic, we would not have the problems that we have today, and frankly, very many fewer people would die.
Because it is clear we are behind. Those 8 weeks from the early warnings that we got of what was happening in China, and knowing that China, from the CIA that told the president and told the vice president, they are not telling you what you need to know. They did not activate the process, and everything that was implemented in that tabletop exercise between the two administrations, the people, the policies, and the programs have all been decimated. And you need now is a general that knows how to direct that operation. And in all due respect to Mike Pence, who used to be a former colleague, that is not happening, and that is why we continually, out of this White House, are literally 2 steps behind the music.
We don't have enough test kits by far in my state or anywhere in the United States. So we, governors, Republicans and Democrats, have been urging the president to do what he should, which is if he wants to be a wartime president, be a wartime president. Show some leadership. Mobilize the industrial base in the United States. That's what we need.